If you're a fan of The Rookie, you know Tim Bradford isn't just any cop. He's the backbone of the LAPD's Mid-Wilshire division, the kind of guy who eats regulations for breakfast and makes rookies sweat bullets just by walking into a room. But beneath that tough-as-nails exterior lies a character that's full of depth, contradictions, and untold stories. From secret tattoos and real-life SWAT training to near-career-ending injuries, surprising celebrity connections, and the fan-fueled firestorm known as Chenford. Here are 20 facts you didn't know about Tim Bradford, and stick around, because fact number 12, that one might completely change how you see him forever. Tim's full name is Tim Jason Bradford. Yep, blink and you'll miss it. The full name appears briefly in a personnel file shown during season 2. The show never directly references his middle name, but it's there for fans who know where to look. It's a tiny detail that adds realism to his character, grounding him in a world where names and history matter. Eric Winter nearly became a doctor before acting. The man behind Tim Bradford wasn't always headed for the badge. Eric Winter originally studied biology and planned to go into medicine. He was on the pre-med track, even shadowing doctors. But during college, a friend introduced him to modeling, which then led to commercial work and eventually to TV auditions. Talk about a career pivot, and from stethoscopes to sidearms. Tim's badge number, 34,872, is an Easter egg. Every number in The Rookie is placed with purpose. Bradford's badge number? It's a nod to the birthday of showrunner Alexi Hawley. The production team embeds these little Easter eggs as a wink to superfans. Eric Winter is married to Rosalind Sanchez. You've likely seen Rosalind in Devious Maids or Without a Trace. She's a powerhouse in her own right. Actress, producer, singer. The couple has been together for over a decade, and fans constantly beg for a joint cameo. Maybe a case that forces Tim Bradford to team up with a no-nonsense federal agent. We're manifesting. Tim's first line on the show: "Get your ass in gear, Boot." It's harsh, abrupt, and 100% Bradford. That line set the tone for his relationship with Lucy Chen and established him immediately as the kind of training officer who doesn't do small talk. Tim's tattoos: everyone is fake and symbolic. Eric Winter has no visible tattoos in real life, but Tim's on-screen ink tells a story. One of the most prominent tattoos, a lion, represents strength, leadership, and courage. Each session takes up to 45 minutes to apply. The creative team worked with LAPD consultants to decide what tattoos a guy like Tim would realistically have based on his military and street experience. That yelling scene with Lucy, mostly improvised. You know the one, early in season 1 when he absolutely lays into her during a traffic stop. What fans didn't realize is that Eric Winter and Melissa O'Neill played with the tension in rehearsals. The script gave them a skeleton, but the emotional volume and fire, that came from raw performance. Eric trained with real LAPD advisors. To embody a believable training officer, Eric Winter went through physical drills, did weapons handling, and sat through scenario simulations. He even joined LAPD ride-alongs to absorb the lingo, posture, and pressure of the job. That authenticity shows in every movement. His audition was so good, he got the role on the spot. Casting directors recall that Eric didn't even need a callback. He walked into the room, said the lines with chilling confidence, and the casting team knew this guy is Bradford. Tim's PTSD arc was crafted with trauma specialists. Writers and consultants collaborated to portray PTSD in a nuanced, respectful way. Bradford's flashbacks, avoidance behaviors, and moments of emotional withdrawal stem from real-life symptoms reported by military vets and officers. "No One Messes With My Rookie" wasn't originally in the script. It was added during a reshoot when producers felt the scene lacked emotional punch. Eric delivered it with such restrained intensity that it became one of Tim's most quoted lines. And honestly, a top-tier Chenford moment. Eric and Melissa O'Neill are real-life friends. That chemistry isn't just scripted, it's built off a foundation of mutual respect and years of working closely. They rehearse together, joke between takes, and support each other off camera. Fans sense the authenticity in every glance. Tim was almost written off in season 2. During a shakeup in the writer's room, Tim's character arc was considered complete. But test audiences and Twitter fans flipped. Hashtag number sign keep Bradford trended for hours. The showrunners listened. Bradford is the most physically injured character on The Rookie. Broken ribs, a gunshot wound, a dislocated shoulder, Bradford takes the hits. But that resilience is part of why fans love him. He's tough, but he bleeds, and he always comes back stronger. Eric Winter is a massive Taylor Swift fan. It started as bonding time with his daughter, but now he's all in. He cited The Archer and Cruel Summer as playlist staples. When asked on a podcast which Swift song matches Tim Bradford's vibe, he said, "The Man." Accurate. One Punch in Season 3? Completely real. During a scene with a suspect takedown, a stunt coordination error led to Eric actually taking a hit to the jaw. They kept the take, and it's the one used in the episode. Eric keeps his Bradford belt at home, not for show, for training. He practices lines and draws at home to stay sharp and connected to the role. He calls it Method Light. Tim Bradford is the most shipped character in the series. From day one, fans latched onto his chemistry with Lucy. Chenford now has fanfics, Reddit threads, and even dedicated playlists. The writers never intended a romance, but the fans made it canon. Bradford's ex-wife Isabel was almost killed off. Writers debated making her overdose fatal to push Tim into a darker arc, but they pivoted. Keeping her alive gave Tim a redemption path. So, which fact blew your mind? Drop your favorite in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe for weekly breakdowns and theory videos, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next Rookie Recaps drop.